Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the Holy Smokes Barbecue channel. And you know what they say, it's not a party until the nachos show up. They say that. Well, today we're gonna create our own party on a sheet pan, and we're gonna make, listen to this, smoked barbecue chicken nachos. It's gonna be this wild and beautiful concoction of things on a sheet pan. We're gonna have the nachos on there, homemade cheese sauce. We're gonna throw on some baked beans. I'm gonna smoke some chicken on the Pit Boss Lockhart and throw that on there as well. Gonna throw in some barbecue sauce. And then finally, we're gonna top it all with a little bit of jalapeno. So if all of that sounds as good together to you as it does to me, then we need to get started. Let's make some nachos. All right, so I know it looks like there's a lot of ingredients, a lot of things going on here, but trust me, this is actually very, very simple. And I'm gonna have a phrase of the day today. That phrase is whatever you like. I probably should have just called this whatever you like nachos because it's truly whatever you like. We're gonna get started with our chicken. So here I have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I'm gonna use the chicken thighs instead of the breasts. I think the thighs have more flavor. But again, whatever you like. These are whatever you like nachos here. Go ahead and open these up. And I'm just gonna lay them out here on my cutting board. Probably should have used a bigger cutting board, but you know, that's fine. Now, while there is a good bit of fat on these, I'm not gonna do a ton of trimming because eventually this is gonna get chopped up and stuff and I can get rid of what I don't want at that point. I'm just gonna get rid of some of the more large kind of chunks of fat that we have here, but by and large, I'm not gonna do a ton of trimming to it. All right, so I've cleaned these chicken thighs up just a little bit. There's still a ton of fat on there. That's not a problem again, because once these are done, I'm gonna take them off and I'm gonna chop them up and get rid of what I don't want anyway. So next step is to season. So for my seasoning today, I'm gonna be using the Pit Boss Blackened Sriracha Rub. I'm so excited about this and I cannot wait to try it. I love sriracha, I love a little bit of heat, as you know. And so this is what we're gonna use on our chicken thighs today. All right, let's go ahead and get some of that on there. Just like that. Make sure all of the bird gets some love here. Let's flip it over. And season again. I always pick the windiest days. Try not to have all of my seasoning blow away here. I could season it indoors, you know, but what's the fun in that? All right, with our chicken seasoned, it's time to get them on the Lockhart. All right, so my Pit Boss Platinum Series Lockhart is sitting at 275 degrees perfectly. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, put these chicken thighs on, and we're gonna leave them on until the internal temp gets to be around like 170 or so. Typically 165 is where you wanna land with chicken, but I'm gonna cook it an additional 5 degrees or so just to make it easier to chop up. Let's go ahead and get this on the Lockhart. I don't really care anything about grill marks or presentation side or anything like that because, again, this is all just going to get chopped up. All right, so I'm going to check on these in, I don't know, 45 minutes or an hour or so to see where they're at with the temperature. It'll probably take about an hour total, I'm guessing. But in the meantime, let's get started on our cheese sauce. So apparently everybody in my neighborhood decided to do some lawn maintenance today. So there's blowers and weed whackers and lawn mowers, everything is going right now. So this should be great. But what's definitely gonna be great is this cheese sauce. So this is gonna be very, very simple. 3 total ingredients. Ingredient number 1, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Ingredient number 2, a pound of shredded American cheese. And ingredient number 3, 4 ounces, so half of this block of medium cheddar cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my cheese shredded here. When you go to your deli, you can actually get American cheese by the hunk like this, by the block. Hunk, block, I don't know. All right, so I'm just gonna shred this up a little bit. So American cheese does not shred quite like a normal cheese you would get. So it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to shred it super fine. All right, there's our shredded American. Now it's time to shred up half of this block of mild cheddar. That American cheese is gonna melt really, really nicely. These pieces that are breaking off of here, like these larger chunks, I'm not gonna let those go to waste. I'm gonna throw them right in too. All right, there's our cheese. That is a lot of cheese. All right, so here I have just a medium saucepan, and I have added to it 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. So right now it's just there, it's heating up, it's gonna simmer for a little bit. Once it actually starts to kind of simmer, that's when we're gonna add the cheese in. Alrighty friends, it would appear that our heavy cream has come to a simmer. And that means, oh yes, it's time to add some cheese. Woo, look at that cheese! This is like Cheese Mountain. There's so much cheese. Alright, let's start adding this cheese in. There we go. There we go. All right, now let's stir this in, and let's make a cheese sauce out of this. No cheese left behind. It's my motto. It's coming together. All right, friends of mine, this looks and smells like a cheese sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off and let it just stay warm while we move on to our beans. Beans, baked beans specifically. Put my little saucepan on here. Open these up, you can use whatever beans you like, whatever you like, right? Right into the pan. To that, I'm gonna add a secret weapon, which is some barbecue sauce. What kind of barbecue sauce? Whatever you like. Just gonna add a little bit of that in there just like that. This is specifically a hickory smoked barbecue sauce. Just give that a little stir in there. Just like that. All we're doing is heating these beans up. Let them just sit here for a couple minutes till they're done. All right, let's check here. Yep, beans are done. All right, our chicken thighs are done. They are up to temperature. It's time to go ahead and chop these up a little bit. I did clean my knife, don't worry. Now, much of that fat that we left on has rendered out. I'm really not that concerned with a lot of fat in here, so I'm just gonna start chopping this chicken up. Oh man, it looks so good. No real rhyme or reason to how I'm cutting here. See, so something like this where I can see that fat in there, just not gonna use this piece or this one. And remember, you don't even have to use chicken thighs. You could use chicken breasts. It's whatever you like. All right, so I'm just gonna look through these pieces and see if there's anything super fatty that I don't necessarily want in there. Oh man, these look really good. All right, I think everything looks pretty good here. All right, so my next step is I'm just gonna chop them again one more time, just at kind of random places. I don't want the giant strips. I'd prefer just some nice chunks. All right, and now, do you know what time it is? It's time to build our nachos. Sheet pan, tortilla chips. Pull these out on the pan here. Next step, that beautiful cheese sauce. All right, we'll save the rest of the cheese sauce for when these actually get eaten down a little bit. Next step, our chicken. Man, does that smell good. I can smell that blackened sriracha rub. Next step, our barbecue sauce infused baked beans. Next, we garnish a little bit of freshly sliced jalapenos. We do just a tad of our blackened sriracha rub. And then finally, just top it off with a little bit more of our barbecue sauce. And ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. All right, I'm so excited to try this. Definitely don't eat this if you're counting calories or if you are on any kind of diet whatsoever. Or if you're on a diet, cheat day. All right, let's try it. Grab one of these beautiful jalapenos. I got the chip with the cheese, the beans, the chicken, the jalapeno. What more could you want, really? Here we go. Let's do it. Woo! Holy smokes, is that good. I'm gonna say it one more time because I didn't say it in the last video. Holy smokes, this is amazing. Oh, the chicken. Next level. That blackened sriracha gives it some heat. Cheese sauce is absolutely perfect. Oh man, this will feed your whole family. Well, hey, I'm gonna take this inside and the family is gonna get down on this food. But once again, if you like this video, make sure that you click that like button today, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're not subscribed, I don't know why you're not subscribed, you should subscribe. Click that little bell so that you get notified the actual literal second that we drop a new video. My dog wants you to subscribe too. And if you like baked beans specifically, check out this video of these smoked baked beans that we made recently here on the channel, and I'll see you next time.